Day number 11. It's January the 11th, 2025, and you're joining me, Kristen, from Karinya Qigong for my 31-day challenge. It's a bit late here this evening. We've had family, we've had lots of cooking, lots of celebrating going on. And it's been a bit of I've been a bit flat in my energy today. And this Zhan Zhuan practice that I'm bringing to you this evening is perfect for those days when you're really just you're not feeling it, but you still want to do something, you still want to do that practice. You still want to get into that meditative space and clear away whatever it is that's sort of occupying your energy that you don't want to be anymore. So today, I am just going to invite you to sit with the practice of Zhan Zhuan. And I personally found this practice to be extremely challenging because you are forced to be alone with your body, with your thoughts, with everything that you are. There's no hiding from it in Zhan Zhuan. It's there for you to see and to process. So it's really for people who maybe have a bit of a busy mind going on, shutting off that mind can be quite a challenge in the Zhan Zhuan practice, but that's why we do it, so that we can come to a place where we can shut off the mind, where we can come back to stillness, come back to balance within ourselves, and not be swept away by all the craziness that happens in our very busy lives, in our day to day. Excuse me. So the Zhan Zhuan, it is a standing meditation. So we generally just come into our nice posture with in a standing posture. So we'll be feet to shoulder width, soft knees, etc. However, I am about to bleed. It's my cycle. So I find Zhan Zhuan just to be a little bit too much, during that time. It's really heavy. So, you're really grounding down in the Zhan Zhuan. And sometimes, I don't want that heaviness. It's my legs are already feeling like they're lead during that time. So I actually don't want to be standing while I do that. So often if I'm bleeding, then I will actually just sit in a chair. I'm just sitting in a chair and still do my Zhan Zhuan, but I'm just really doing the arms. So here I am in my chair and just bringing our arms out. So we're still sitting, our feet are shoulder width. We're still using most of the postural rules that we need to do to be in our standing posture. We're just in a seated posture instead. So obviously, our knees are going to be bent because we're sitting. Our hips are going to be bent because we're sitting. But from there up, we can become very aligned through the core, up through the chest, and still nice and open as we would in a standing Qigong practice. So if, like me, you don't want to be standing, but you still want to do some practice in your Qigong, just take a seat. You can still do, Zhan Zhuan up here, Zhan Zhuan, nice and open it's a bit hard to see me, but I'm in Atlas posture or in Cormorant. Keep the arms pinned back, shoulders pinned back, and just breathe in this position, in a seated position instead. You're still going to get the benefit. You're still working through the diaphragmatic breathing, so you're still getting the benefit of that. You're still getting the benefit of holding your arms up, and after a while that gets quite tiring, but you're not having so much focus on the grounding and the heaviness that can come with a standing Zhan Zhuan posture. So I invite you just this evening to, wherever you are, It doesn't even, you don't even need to put your arms up. If your arms want to just come here, just use the breath. Feel that gentle rock. Bring the mind to stillness. And focusing on, again, still the 3 regulations, the body, the breath, and the mindfulness. We're just seated in this one. Makes it a little bit less strenuous on the body, but still allows you to come back to a place of stillness where we're resting, calming the nervous system. So quite a nice practice to do before bedtime, really just focusing on the breathing, expanding through the rib cage, down in the belly. Feel that ballooning out that the breath allows you to do. We're still expanding, we're still breathing into our frame and breathing into our structure. We're just doing it in a seated position as opposed to standing. So that's your practice this evening. A nice short one, something easy just to focus on the breath and focus on bringing your body back to balance. Tomorrow I'll be back at Homestead Park in Thornley, running my live Qigong classes with my sound healing. Who knows what I'm going to throw out there? It might be a song, I might bring my harp, but whatever awaits, I will be live streaming to you all for your day 12 of 31 days of Qigong practice. Thank you. Have a good sleep, and I will see you tomorrow.